So, hello. So, I had a person get in touch with me looking for the video chip from a Vic-20. The number 6560. But before I can help along with such an operation, I need to test such a chip to make sure that it is working. So here we have a Vic-20. Excuse me. And just a moment. There are so many cords in the world. I think I just about tried to plug the power cord from a 1541-2 into the Vic-20. But it doesn't fit. So good. Anyway. So, what we need to do is to test and make sure that this chip does function. Not a terribly difficult task, unless of course it doesn't work. Then it gets complicated, but I don't think we're going to run into complications. But as there might be something interesting to see on the screen, it is time for the iPod Touch. And of course, never forget the importance of the Commodore joystick. For what I do is I take the iPod Touch and I set it on the Commodore joystick, which is a useless piece of equipment, and aim it at the screen. I mean, the Commodore joystick is a useless thing, except as a tripod, sort of. So we get that set just so. We press record, which is also another difficult thing in getting. Oh dear. We are time-lapsing. We do not want time-lapse. We want video. Okay, so we now have things set up. Okay, so Vic-20, power, video, we'll turn it on.
That was easy.
Well, so far, we're looking good. We're looking good. We have Commodore Basic. And such, we have some memory free, which is looking good. Just for a second. We'll take a keyboard. From a Vic-20. And we'll plug it in. And we'll we don't need to worry about the power. Will we worry about the power? Oh, sure. Okay, so we have a keyboard. I don't know what it's like going down. So turn it back on. And we'll say 10, print, quote, testing. And what will this do when we press run? Well, it might look cool. It might not. Kind of hard to read. Let's try that again. Well, that's interesting. Let's see, the screen is 22 columns. So we got 5. I think we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think another space. There we go. But regardless, it seems to work. Yeehaw. It does. For a moment there, I forgot that it is the control key that you press to change the color using the number keys. And what might look good? Gee, I think that's kind of where we started. But I just want to run through. Yeah. Anyway, there are some colors that just don't look good together. They never will. And when you put the background color the same as the color of the text, guess what you get? Nothing. So there's a little program I wrote, all hidden away. Anyway, so that seems to work. I suppose another thing that would be good would be to take a cartridge. This is Radar Rat Race. And put it in. Yes, it's been a while. Dodge cats and red rats to eat. 10 cheese before time runs out. Neat. Oh yeah, I always like the games that have the demo. So there's a little rat. Oops, and he's dead. I think they're sound. We should check this. Oops. By the way, should never have drinks around any computers. Ever, ever, ever. So the game is over. But it does seem, that's the, Oh. Gee, I think I see cheese. Do you know what I really liked about the Commodore PET was it had a keypad, which made all this gaming stuff so much easier, because it was a square. Well, a rectangle, but it was right there. You could put your finger on the middle key, which had a little dot, and it was much easier to get along with. So there we have the Vic-20. So, as it is time to save another Vic-20 in the world, perhaps we will stop this recording and turn this off, unplug everything, undo the power, undo the keyboard, and then oops, maybe we'll have a look inside. So here is what we're after, the 6560. Here are the innards of a Vic-20. This is not the earliest kind. I hear Sheldon. Anyway, but this is the chip that we are after. As you can see, it hides in its own special little place, and there should be a cover over it, but there is not at this moment. So I'm going to turn this machine around, and I'm going to get my magic screwdriver and get that chip out. Okay, where is my magic screwdriver? So we're going to try and do this and record it. So there is the target, 6560-101, made in the 10th month of 1983. And here is our gentle screwdriver. So I do like, now I may not be able to continue this, but I like having something to pry on, or at least wiggle. Okay, well, you know what, you get the idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the side of this, and then I'm going to gently get this chip out. But you know, I really don't think I can do it with one hand. So, let us just imagine that you can see what I'm doing. But, I mean, I use this screwdriver because it is small, it is strong, but yet gentle, much like myself. And I generally take the screwdriver, pry ever so gently, maybe do a little back and forth, and the chip will come out. But I really need two hands. So, it's not that I don't want you to see this, but I really don't want to mess this up. So, there it is, the Vic-20. There is the target chip. Now, let's remember, this chip has been in here for about 35 years, I think. So, it's very happy where it is. Alright, so with a little pry, I have a little movement. Okay, maybe now I can go back to this. Alright. Okay, so the first bit was a little tough, but now there is the screwdriver gently under the chip. I made use of mostly a gentle prying, but also a little bit of a wiggle. And I'm always concerned about the pins at the very far end. Keep in mind, of course, the machine is turned off. There is no power plugged in. Nothing can go wrong. Except it does seem, oh, the last pin was a little bit cranky. So you see that this was made in Korea. And we also see a little bit of bendage on the one pin, but that's easily corrected. And yes, it is 6560-101, made by Moss Technologies. So, we have harvested a video chip from a Vic-20. And that is really all we had to do at this moment. There is, oh, okay, these pins are just ever so slightly bent at the end. It's softened, but with just, sometimes I use little pliers. If I go over to my Ziploc bag, I will find pliers that have, well, they're kind of like thick needle nose pliers. And if I was concerned, I would ever so gently, and these two seem to be in just a bit, so grab and tweak ever so gently. And we're good. So, I know we have been working on many disk drives. We're not going to do any more of that today. We are not. But at some point, what I have here are chips. All kinds of them. I think mostly from the Commodore 64. I see video chips. I think I see ROM chips. I even see, this is not from Commodore 64. Oops. This is from an Amiga. I suspect it's a 68,000 chip, but it has, I think, well, it looks like maybe I will record this, because this is one of the reasons that I'm not sure I want to try this chip in something else. So here we have a 68,000 chip, probably from an Amiga 1000 or perhaps 500, but it has been removed. I think it was soldered in, and as you can see, the pins have vast remnants of the desoldering process. So I am not sure, well, until maybe when I find my solder sucker, which I still can't find, I might think about trying this in something, but I think right now it would do more harm to the socket than any benefit might do. This, oh, look at that pin. That pin is bent, which I could fix, of course, unless it breaks. So there's some more bending things. Anyway, this chip might be a good candidate to become a lapel pin. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure it's worth the effort to try and test it, lest it might actually make some things worse. I think I hear Sheldon somewhere. Anyway, so that is a 68,000 chip from an Amiga that has been removed, but perhaps not the tidiest of jobs. So, let's move on. I'm just looking here, what else do we have? It looks like quite a few video chips for the 64, and ROM chips, and 6526, and 6522, and some of them I just don't know what they are, but let's scan around the acres of chips. This is almost like Star Wars, zooming over the Death Star. Word has it, from the fellow I got these from, that these chips all work, but I will have to test them. But not today. And why is that one red? Huh, I don't know. Maybe it's sick. Anyway, they need a little cleaning and a little testing. And there is the 68,000 chip I just showed you. Anyway, enough of that. So, in the midst of that, we have our Vic-20 video chip. And thankfully nothing went wrong, so you didn't have to hear this sound. All we needed was...
That was easy.
So, I have to see about getting this chip sorted and packed and shipped. I do. So, until we meet again, I leave you with a gentle thunder